When young Jacob, penniless and orphan, jumped on a circus train, his life was changed forever.
Jacob and Marlena meet. They fall in love, but alas, Marlena is married to August. Shortly later, Jacob meets Rosie, an elephant, and quickly bonds with her.
Today we're going to have a couple special visitors, Jacob Jankowski and Marlena. They'll be here talking about the ups and downs of the novel and what went on behind the scenes. Here comes Jacob now. Welcome, Jacob.
Well, thank you for having me on your show.
So glad to have you.
So what would you like to ask?
Well, what was going on through your head? What was going through your head when you jumped on that train? How did it change your life?
Well, I mean, it changed my life for the better. I mean, I joined a circus. I mean, I had no money. I had no chance of food. I mean, sure, I was going to school, but where would it lead to?
Yes, I see. And, I hear you got an elephant later on in the circus. And her name was Rosie.
Yes.
I heard she was a little difficult to train. I heard she was a little difficult to train. Why do you think Rosie only listened to you?
Well, thing is, the other trainer, August, was, he was, how do I say, a sociopathic schizophrenic. So basically, he'd lose a lot. Like, he would hurt people or stuff. I mean, in this one time, he put me in with the lion's cage, and the lion bit my hand, but...
Ooh!
But luckily, that lion did not have teeth, so it didn't bite off my arm. But yeah, there's some...
Must have been some serious bruising.
Oh yeah, I felt like an old man biting me.
Oh boy.
So...
I've never experienced that before.
So, basically, he would mistreat Rosie the elephant, and he didn't realize that Rosie only understood Polish, which I'm actually from Poland, and I learned Polish from my family
Wow.
before they died.
Oh, how convenient. Well, now let's talk about your relationship with Marlena. Oh, here she comes now. Welcome, Marlena. How's
Hi.
things?
Great.
Good to see you.
Good to see you too.
So, what's the buzz? How's life?
It's been great. I'm accompanied by my great husband and my 10 kids.
Wow, 10 kids. So, what are all their names? Oh, wait, no. I don't want to know that. So, let's talk about the juicy stuff. So, Marlena, can you describe your relationship with August? Were you glad when it ended?
Actually, I was very glad because I loved him at first. It was just perfect. And as soon as we spent more time together, he became more abusive, more controlling, more demanding.
Oh, that is so sad. I'm so sorry. Now, let's get back to you two. So, Marlena, what was going through your head when you and Jacob kissed after that dance?
I thought I was very happy that he finally came close to me and tried to attempt to get closer because I knew from the first moment that I liked him, but I was engaged, so I knew I could never express those feelings back.
Now, word on the street is you guys had some drinks afterwards with August and Jacob. Was that awkward or anything?
It was a little awkward, you know, the two men that
Is
love
the two
me.
men that you love? Yes,
Yeah.
yes, I understand. Now, how did you feel after you were able to escape the hotel after August mistreated you?
I felt great relief, you know, I had the great support of Jacob with me and I knew that it just kept going.
Now, can I ask why you retreated to the hotel? And what were the events that led up to that?
Well, me and Jacob organized a dinner meal to talk with August, but August misinterpreted it and saw it as, oh, me and Jacob are having a relationship and we wanted to tell you. And he got very angry and he started to abuse me, and Jacob decided to take me away.
That was probably a good decision. Well, Thank you, both of you, for answering these questions. We'll be right back to you. And we're back. Now, Jacob, I'm going to have to ask you to leave the room. Is it all right with you if I just have August and Marlena here for a bit, just by themselves? Thank you. Ta-ta. Come on in, August. Take your coat off. Stay a while. The water's fine. So, you two. I've heard it's been a while. You're not gonna talk? Okay. Well, August, do you mind if I ask a couple of questions?
Go ahead.
Okay. You'll answer, right?
I can try.
Okay. So, first question. How did you feel when Marlena left you for Jacob? Right on. Do you regret your decision to bring Jacob onto the circus under your wing? Like, you definitely, you cared for him, you gave him a job, and then things changed. Do you regret any of that?
I do regret it. I brought him in, I fed him, I gave him a job, I practically raised the kid. And he stole my wife.
Oh, I can't imagine. Next question. Do you have any regrets about your relationship with Marlena?
A lot.
Yeah? Well, I've heard there's a popular saying going on that says no regrets. Have you heard of that?
I have, but
That doesn't pertain to this situation, does it?
it doesn't.
No.
We had a rocky relationship from the start.
Why did you let it go on so far and for so long?
I was in love with her and I trusted her. And clearly that was a poor decision.
Oh.
How's that weather we're having?
Pretty good, pretty nice, and it's a little bit chilly, yeah. Have you guys seen those cat videos lately? They're pretty cute.
You know, I think I should go get Jacob.
Great idea, Marlena. You go do that. I'll have a chit chat here with August. Hello, August. So let's talk about you, just you. Now that Marlena's out of the way, can we talk a little bit more about your relationship? No?
Yeah.
Yeah, no? Okay, we'll talk about something else. I can see how that might be hard for you. Let's talk about the circus and all that went down. Can you describe your job exactly? What was your job in the circus? What were you doing? And were you the head of the animals, I heard? Or were you just, I don't know.
I was kind of in charge of everything with animals, meaning that Jacob was kind of under my wing and I was in charge of what he did.
Right on. Okay. And what sort of animals were in the circus?
We had a stupid elephant named Rosie. We had a toothless lion. We had monkeys, everything that a circus has.
Right on. Did you have giraffes? Those are my favorite animals. I love giraffes.
Yeah, we did have a couple.
Right on. I love them. Now, so let's talk about Uncle Al a little bit. Why do you think Uncle Al, why was he jealous of the Ringling Brothers? I heard they were like competing circus. Competing circus. And they were kind of like the best, top notch, and you guys were kind of second place.
They were his competition because Uncle Al's circus was a bit of a mess.
How
And
so?
It was just chaos. They were missing a bunch of acts and
So, can you, after all there's this big animal stampede, right? Like the animals all went crazy, and I heard Uncle Al went missing.
yeah, nobody could find Uncle Al for a while. When they did find him, he was strangled and wrapped up in, I believe it was canvas.
Ah, do you think it was suicide or was it murder?
I mean, the police reports, they never found it out, so no one knows for sure.
Now, say if it were murder, do you think maybe somebody that you may know pretty well could have done it? Like, say perhaps Jacob?
I mean, I can completely see him doing that, given that he is stealing people's wives.
I see. So, what about Marlena? Do you think that after, like, despite her running off with Jacob, do you think, like, deep down she really did love you?
You know what? Here comes Marlena and Jacob now.
Oh, hello! Come on in. Come on in, Jacob and Marlena. Have a seat. Let's talk a little bit more. Good idea. Okay, so let's talk a little bit. Let's expand a bit on Uncle Al. So I heard all of you had a pretty close relationship with him. Could you all describe like him and his tendencies? Like how did he run the circus? Do you think it was run well, or was it bad? Do you think he could have changed some things?
I believe that instead of red lighting people, I think he should have just fired them and just left them there instead of possibly having them to die. You know, like, he was a great guy, I mean, overall, but he knew how everything worked. He even knew about Walter and Camel, and no one even spoke about that.
Yes. What is red lighting for all of us folks at home, including me, who may not know what that means?
Oh, so basically red lighting is during the middle of the night, he would get the security guards in the carts, into the train carts, and they would literally throw out the people.
Oh my. Well, I'm glad we have laws that prevent against that today. Am I right? What about this camel guy? What was his job in the circus? What does he contribute to the overall show?
Well, Camel was a good friend of mine. He was the first person I met when I went on to the train. He was the one who helped convince August to give me the part in the job.
Which was a bad decision.
I know how you feel, but as continuing on, he then, since drinking was illegal back then, he drunk some of this thing called gin. Jake. He drunk Jake, and it caused paralysis in his body. And me and Kinko, Walter, we just took care of him for the longest time, and we kept it a secret. He was just there. We fed him, and we just took care of him just like a baby. And he got red lighted by Uncle Al.
That is so sad. Oh. Moving on. So, Marlena, what about your relationship with Uncle Al? I heard he kind of favored you in the circus, is that right?
Yes, he was more, how do I say, he was more lenient on me. He wasn't so demanding and harsh as the other actors.
Ah, did that provide for some advantages?
Yes, it did. It didn't mean that I had to overwork or be treated bad from Uncle Al.
Oh, that's nice. And August, I heard you had some kind of trouble with Uncle Al. I heard you answered to him, but behind his back you kind of didn't really like him, you didn't really respect him. Is that right?
That is correct.
May I ask why?
Because he's a bit of a sadist, red lighting people all the time, and he's conceited, and he's horrible at what he does.
Well, thank you.
I'm like, how was your wife? But all right.
Okay, moving on. You know questions for today. We'll see you all again. Ladies and gentlemen, the characters of Sarah Gruen book, Water for Elephants, in stores now. Go read it. It's a great book.